Hey everyone, welcome back. Today's video brings a follow-up to a sovereign citizen we've seen before in Judge Perkins's courtroom. You might remember the moment when the judge asked a simple question many of us have wondered. Can you show even one case where a sovereign citizen actually succeeded in court? Just one example. Well, he's returned, and this time, he claims he finally has that answer. Let's dive in and see if this holds up.
I prompted him out. Okay, let me try again.
All right, Mr. Lynch, giving you an opportunity to speak to counsel. It's, I'm trying to understand. You want to contest these matters?
I had to go back. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I had to go back in because I didn't get no prompt. I had to go back in to join in through 36 District Court website.
No. Well, listen. What we're saying is that we're trying to get you an offer, but it's my understanding after talking with your lawyer that that you don't want to accept anything. What do you want to? What do you want to do?
The thing is, I don't know what court cases is being brought up. The recent ones or the one that I already have a trial for.
I think all of the cases that are on the docket, everything that's on the docket, that you already had all this stuff set for trial. And what we did probably, okay, I see.
I sent some paperwork in, but some of those cases I got kicked out of Zoom. I send in the pictures through that document website, and I don't know. And I send paperwork to the law department for FOIA for the court cases.
Okay, what documents did you send in to the court?
It was the case where I had got kicked out of Zoom, and I sent in the pictures where I got kicked out of Zoom. I think that was the January of this year case, and they was like, if I sent in the pictures showing that I was kicked out of the room because I thought the case was dismissed, and I got kicked out.
Okay, so what do you have any documents that relates to your driver's license, insurance, or registration?
Like told the lady, the one got me him. The judge, the person that I talked to on the last court case said we don't have no problems with you, and I said I'm going through the process of doing my documents to take care of Dearborn because Dearborn the one that got him out.
So, you identify with sovereign-style beliefs, even if you avoid using that exact label, which is quite common today. Many people prefer terms like American State National, Free Man on the Land, or Moorish American instead. However, changing the wording doesn't really alter the underlying ideas or arguments being presented. At the core, it still reflects the same perspective, just expressed in a different way.
Wait, do you have any documents? Hold on, let me ask my question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me ask my question. Do you have any documents that suggest that you have valid insurance, valid registration, and a valid I can run your driver's license?
I don't have anything. I don't have anything because Dearborn the one that got me hemmed up. I can't even get no insurance without no license.
Okay, so so what we're trying to do, every case that you have down here in Detroit, we call into the record. And we have two officers. The other cases are going to be dismissed, but we have two officers here that are here, and what we're trying to do is either make a resolution now, and we'll present you with an offer. And if you don't like the offer, you can just go to trial. Today is the date time.
Yeah, go ahead.
Today is the date and time set for trial. So, are you willing to entertain an offer to resolve the cases, or do you want a trial on all the cases?
I mean, which did you say? Some of them are gonna get dismissed. I only have two. I know the one that I recently got. Everything is for the same thing.
Yes. So here's the deal. Here's the deal. Let me break it down to you. It's two officers that are here. Corporal Bennett wrote you 1, 2, 3 tickets that are up to date, and Officer Dunn wrote you 1, 2, 3 tickets that are up to date. The other officers that wrote you tickets are not showing up, have not showed up, and we're just going to automatically dismiss those cases. So we can get you an offer on the 6 tickets that those 2 officers wrote you. Are you willing to entertain the offer for those 6 tickets?
Benny and Don. Benny is the recent case, so that one I want to go to trial. I think the one I'm in trial for now is Dunn, correct?
You're on trial for both of them. Dunn and Bennett are set for trial right now.
So nobody received my paperwork, my traveling paperwork?
What is the paperwork gonna tell us?
Basically, I don't need no driver license, et cetera, et cetera.
Well,
I no proof of insurance, and my car was towed illegally.
The reality is simple. No matter how you phrase it, under any recognized legal authority in this country, sovereign citizen arguments hold no weight. They aren't just unlikely to succeed, they are fundamentally baseless. Courts consistently reject these claims because they have no foundation in actual law, making them nothing more than legal fantasy rather than legitimate legal reasoning.
Why you don't need any insurance or anything like that?
I'll send the paperwork into the law department, and I wanted the FOIA for the body cam and dash cams. And I haven't heard anything from them.
All right, we can get you that. We can get you that. If there's some of that exists. Corporal Bennett, can you put your appearance record, Corporal Bennett? Hold on, Mr. Lynch.
Yes, Your Honor. Corporal Daryl Bennett, badge 4320, Detroit Police Department.
All right. So we need to get if there's any body cam or dash cam, we need to get that to Mr. Lynch.
He has to go through the law department to get that, Your Honor. If he's requesting it, he has to go through the law department.
Well, that's what he said he tried to do. He said he tried to figure. Let's see if we can get that now.
We can't get, Your Honor, our person that would do that is on vacation at this point. There's nobody in the office that can get that for him today.
Okay, now can I say something for the traffic ticket that was done? The other officer
no.
Your Honor, can we just get an adjourn date when the people think they can have their video available?
Yeah, but I wanna just, what I'm trying to do is I don't want you to say anything as it relates to the traffic stops right now, because today is the date and time set for trial. But I'm gonna tell you this. You're suggesting, it sounds like you were suggesting that you don't have to have license or registration or insurance. Is that what you were saying?
I have documentation of that.
No, that's not what Judge Perkins or any of us means when we ask for proof. We want a single case where a sovereign citizen actually prevailed in court. A situation where a judge reviewed their stack of homemade filings and thought, all right, you got me, case dismissed. I can guarantee you that case simply doesn't exist. Despite the bold claims, courts have never validated these arguments.
Documentation, because
well, what's the email so I can send it to you?
I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Okay, my phone not seeing none of that. Only thing I'm seeing on my cell phone now. If I was on my desktop, remember last time I had issues with my desktop, so I'm on the cell phone and I don't see no chat or anything.
Well, you should be able to hit the button down there and it should pop
up. Okay, let me see. Can I see something? Cause all I see a whole bunch of squares with everybody's face. And
you got to come out of that screen.
Huh?
You got to come out of that screen.
What screen I got to come out of?
The one you have to come out of the screen where everybody's face is.
Okay, I don't know how to do that. I don't want to lose it. I don't want to get kicked out like I just did when I was in the breakout room.
You didn't get kicked out. We pulled you. All right.
I had to join back in through. I had to go back to 36th District Court website, get back in the Zoom room.
Okay. All right. Let's pass the matter, and we'll try to figure out how to help you with the technology. And in the meantime, we need to. Do you want an attorney appointed to you, sir?
I've been trying to get an attorney. Nobody will take my case. So how if the appointed attorney don't want to accept my paperwork, then I'm up the creek like in Dearborn. So that's why I'm trying to study how to write the court cases all the way to the Supreme Court. So I'm doing that right now.
All right. Well,
Dearborn is the reason why my license is suspended.
I really want to see what you're talking about, Supreme Court, because I've never seen a Supreme Court case. Wait a minute. Let me finish. I've never seen a Supreme Court case that says that you don't have to have a license or insurance or registration. Now I'll tell you this. I'll admit, I haven't seen all the Supreme Court cases, but I have never seen that. And I've seen a thousand people come in here saying that. Well, not 1,000, but a whole lot. And I've never seen it work.
So when Mr. Bennett Officer Bennett pulled me over, he was like, no, I ain't. He said, I ain't going for that sovereignty stuff. I said, I don't know what that is. I'm talking Constitutional Supreme Court.
Honestly, hiring a lawyer is far more effective than tossing out a stack of unrelated Supreme Court cases to challenge something like a driver's license. That said, his lawyer is only serving as standby counsel for procedural reasons because he insists on representing himself. He bounced between breakout rooms, trying to figure things out, and eventually realized that his appointed attorney had a conflict of interest. This forced them to bring in a new lawyer to continue.
.org.
Okay, I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna get it online and send it on my laptop.
I'm gonna be anxiously awaiting that. All right.
All right.
I'm
gonna send the law department thing too.
I'll be anxiously waiting all of that, and I'll pass the matter. It looks like Corporal Bennett is gonna be anxiously awaiting. It's gonna look like Officer Dunn is gonna be anxiously awaiting it. Prosecutor Mason is gonna be anxiously awaiting it, and I'm sure Ms. Soroki is gonna be, and everybody else in the room. Because this could be some ground. This could be some.
At this point, it's clear the judge has already indicated he will rule against you. He knows the law too well to be swayed by your arguments. The reality is, the only scenario where your position might have a chance is if the case goes before a jury. That's the only possible path where a decision could diverge from the judge's understanding of the law, making a jury trial your only viable option for any hope of success.
Have you read everything that you're about to send me?
Yes.
No, I bet you haven't.
No, the affidavit, yeah.
No, this case stuff you're about to send me.
Yes, it's only 2 attachments. I got to get the right one because the first email was the wrong stuff.
Are we on the record? Let's go back on the record with Lynch while he's sending that. Let's go back on the record with Lynch while he's sending that. I'm going to say this. I hope you've read everything that you sent me, and because you're filing these documentations with the court, and you're suggesting that these documentations with the court are saying are in support of you not having to have a license and insurance and registration, I believe, or all 3 of the above, or at least one of them. Wait a minute. Let me finish making my record.
Okay.
You're suggesting that the Supreme Court says you need to have either none of those documents, or at least you don't have to have one of those documents. So all I'm saying is I hope that you are actually have read and gone over what you're sending the court, because as I said earlier, I've never seen anything that supports what you're saying. I get people in here that submit. I can type in don't need a driver's license in the search box, and they'll give me a list of cases. And I hope that's not what you've done.
To save you the trouble of checking, I already looked into it. And no, he cannot sue jurors. Just like judges, prosecutors, and other participants in the judicial system, jurors enjoy legal immunity. This protection ensures they can perform their duties without fear of personal liability, meaning any attempt to sue them over their role in a case is completely baseless and will never hold up in court.
Rulings. Motion to set aside default. The case number is SB 15379-421 and SB 155-47541. To whom the dear Judge Sean B. Perkins and to whom it may concern, the burden of truth is on me, or then it will just be my word against others' words. I, Clyde Darrell Lynch, always traveling, Supreme Court rulings on travel, along with being put in ransom for illegal profit gains against my federal freedoms / liberties and / or etc., as it is proven below, and an unnecessary burden of cash out of my pocket, etc. For what? Question mark. I do not have gold or silver to pay this debt and / or a promissory note. Driver, one employee in conducting a coach, carriage, wagon, or other vehicle with horses, mules, or other animals. Driving, I know everybody's looking at me like, what are you saying? Driving, operating in commerce, hire / profit. Mulberry versus Madison, 1803 case. They weren't even cars on the road. All laws which are repugnant to the Constitution are null and void. Now here's what I'm talking about. Here's what the court is talking about right here. I figured he was going to bring this up because all Mr. Lynch did was he went on the Google search and searched basically, I don't know exactly the terminology, but he put driving, don't need to drive without a license. And all of these same cases come up. And this one case really bothers me because that's why I asked Mr. Lynch, did he read the cases? Are you familiar with your Black history, Mr. Lynch?
Okay, is the paper that you're reading is the one that's saying titled Supreme Court ruling and U.S. Constitution?
Yes.
Okay, that's not updated, but the other ones I sent, those are the ones that's relevant. The one that say Law Depot, it's like 6 pages, but the last 3 is the affidavit and the FOIA paper. You already seen that for the dash cam, etc. But the Law Depot, the first 3 pages is just the website information telling you how to do it. I actually went to school for criminal justice and private investigator, but I didn't finish because I got kicked out for no necessary reason. I've been fighting that ever since. But I actually went to school for business management and law, but I didn't finish. So
I see.
So technically, but I went to a Morris facility and learned the Constitution.
Judge, I honestly don't think that book has enough pictures for this sovereign citizen to grasp any of what's inside. That wraps up today's video. After this, it was mostly lawyers debating and a court date being set for a month from now. If you want to watch the full session, check out the link in the description to Colin's channel. Before you go, hit like if you enjoyed it, dislike if you didn't, leave a comment, and subscribe with notifications on so you never miss my content.
Break it down. What I asked you was, you provide me documentation to show proof that the Supreme Court says that you don't need a driver's license to drive a vehicle, right?
Your Honor.
I'm asking you a yes or no question.
Okay, all I want to say, that Supreme Court paper, you can forget about that. That Law Depot paper is what I've been working on, and I'm still trying to figure out how to go through the court cases all the way to the Supreme Court. So I'm studying and learning how to do that, to do this, to take care of Dearborn, because Dearborn is the one that got me in limbo right now.
But what I'm saying is, no, what I don't need to see any law default. I don't see any law default. I asked you a question earlier. I said, I hope that you're bringing these the stuff that you're. Wait a minute. I asked you a question, and I said, I hope that you are you're sending me these papers and these cases and in support of you not having to drive with a license. And I hope that you've read the cases that you're using in support of what your belief of the law is and the Constitution and stuff. And I get this, and I've done it. You're not the first person that's done it. And the reason why I ask you, are you familiar with your African American history, particularly the civil rights movement, is because you have submitted a case, Shuttlesworth versus the city of Birmingham, and you submitted this case in support of you not having to drive with a license. And it's kind of like throwing mud in Reverend Shuttlesworth's case, because Mr. Shuttlesworth, I'm sure he was a reverend. I'm sure that Mr. Shuttlesworth had a valid license and doesn't believe what you're trying to use this case law for. I wish you would have taken time to read what Reverend Shuttlesworth had to go through on this day, on April 12th, 1963, when he's trying to fight for our civil rights.
The much better, like single.
Because I think if you would have read it, you would have seen that most of what you have put in here and all the cases that you have put in here are complete. A Shuttlesworth has nothing to do with what you're talking about. And the other case.
I understand that like I stated, Your Honor, that paper is not updated. That right there, I supposed to took that out. That the Shuttleworth and through the Alabama. No, not Alabama. I supposed to have taken that out.
You're supposed to take all this stuff out because none of this stuff has anything to do with what you're talking about. None of it.
You read
actually some of the cases are directly opposite, and they state that you have to have a valid law.